Hello, everybody. This time I will be talking about the romance of a busy broker. I will be reading my notes. So let's start for the first question. And the first question is narrate the story. So I wrote that the story began describing the most busy man in New York, Harvey Maxwell. He was so busy that he couldn't appreciate the most important things. He has a lot of paperwork to do. He was in love with his secretary and he wanted to make a proposal to her, but he didn't have enough time to do it. On the other hand, we have Mr. Pitcher in charge of looking for new employees for Maxwell Company. Mr. Maxwell asked to Mr. Pitcher to get a new secretary, and when he brought her, Mr. Maxwell kicked her out because he has forgotten it. The only thing that he didn't forget was his paperwork. Besides that, he has forgotten that he already had made a proposal to his secretary and she accepted and married him too. Okay, let's read the second question. Which one is the presentation? This story is an office in New York nowadays. Basic situation. The story is based in how forgetful someone could be for business. Number four, what do we learn from it? Business life at work can make you forget the most important things. You need to learn how to rely on people to help you. Don't think you can do everything. You need to take time for yourself. Another question is, who are the main three characters? Those are Harvey Maxwell, Mr. Pitcher, and Mrs. Maxwell. How are they related? Because they work in the same company. What is the conflict? Here we have an internal conflict represented by Harvey Maxwell because he is forgetful. The examples are when he forgot to make a proposal to his secretary, that was the first mistake what he made. Well, the first forgetful thing. And the second, when she was looking at him with the eyes of love and he asks, what? So in that case, he has forgotten that he married her too. And the number three is when he forgot that he ordered to Mr. Pitcher to look for another secretary to replace the previous one. Then we have the next question is when does rising action start? It started when Mr. Maxwell was looking at Harvey and Harvey asked, what is it? In that way, we can appreciate that he has forgotten the first thing, that he had just married her. The next question is when is the climate? It started when he ran to her desk and asked her, do you want to marry me? And she started to cry until she understood that his business was making him more forgetful every time. And the last question is, what do you think will happen? So I think that after Mrs. Maxwell clarified the situation, he said, let's go home and have our honeymoon. Then they enjoyed their honeymoon and he released from his paperwork. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.